Good morning students. Today we are going to learn about Communist Revolution. The Chinese Civil War was fought from 1927 to 1951 because of a difference of thinking between the Communist Chinese Party and the nationalist Kuomintang. There was a fight for legitimacy as the government of China. Communism is a philosophical, social, economy, ideology and a movement whose ultimate goal is the establishment of a communist party.
The Communist Revolution. Kuomintang and Chiang Kai-shek. After the death of Sun Yat-sen, the leader of Kuomintang was Chiang Kai-shek, while the Communist Party was under Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai. As an avowed critic communist, Chiang removed all of them from important position in the party. The communists increased their influence among the workers and peasants and obtained recruits from the army. The Kuomintang represented the interest of the landlords and capitalists. In 1928, he was successful in capturing Peking. Once again, there was a central government in China. Mao Zedong, an organizer of peasants. Mao Zedong had understood that Kuomintang grip of the towns was very strong, so he concentrated his energies on organizing the peasantry. A few hundred communists led by Mao Zedong retreated into the wild mountains. Here they started for the next 7 years as the army of Mao Zedong was gradually growing. The Kuomintang was unable to penetrate the mountains. The campaign against the communists was distracted as Chiang Kai-shek had to deal with constant threat from Japan and also the attack for warlords. Next one is communist victory. With the surrender of the Japanese 1945, both the Kuomintang and the communists sought to occupy the Japanese areas. In the race of the Kuomintang was successful. The cities and railways soon fell into their hands. Even the area around Peking was soon controlled by Chiang Kai-shek's forces, largely because of the military aid given by the USA. With a massive support provided by USA, Kuomintang government controlled the administration, ports and communication systems. But the soldiers, mainly drawn from the peasants, were disillusioned and discontented. Mao Zedong was keen on obtaining the support of the middle class. So he declared that what the communists wanted was the rule of the people, not the dictatorship of the proletariat, and end of exploitation, not absolute equality. The Long March of 1934. As Chiang Kai-shek had built a circle of fortified posts around the communist position, Mao Zedong wanted to move out of Hanoi for safer territory. By 1933, Mao Zedong had gained full control of the Chinese Communist Party. In 1934, the Communist army of about 100,000 set out of the Long March. The march has become legendary. Of the 100,000 who set out of, only 20,000 finally reached the northern Shanghai Strait in 1935 after crossing nearly 6,000 miles. They were soon joined by the Communist army. By 1937, Mao Zedong had become the leader of over 10 million people. Japanese aggression. Japan continued to occupy North China province while developing Manchuria as military base. Mosesang believed that Chiang Kai-shek was necessary for sometimes to hold together Kuomintang to fight the Japanese. As the consequences of this pragmatic policy, the attacks of communists gradually stopped. Next one is National People's Congress. In September 1949, before fighting had ended in the south of China, the People's Political Consultative Conference met at Peking, consisting of over 650 delegates from the Communist Party and other left-wing organizations. The conference elected the Central Governing Council with Mosesang as its chairman. The establishment of People's Republic of China under the leadership of Mosesang was a world-shaking event. There were now two mighty communist powers in the world, the Soviet Union and People's Republic of China. Denial of UNO membership. The United States refused to recognize the People's Republic of China for more than 2 decades. Cold War. Rivalry between the US and the USSR. Truman policy of containment of communism. In 1948, the Soviets had established socialist governments in the countries of Eastern Europe that had been liberated from the Nazis by the Soviet army. Truman, the president of USA, pursued a policy of containment of communism. The Soviets were, however, determined not only to maintain the control of Eastern Europe, but also keen on spreading communism worldwide. The rivalry that developed after the World War II between the US and USSR and their respective allies created tensions which referred to as Cold War. They did not take recourse to weapons, instead of waged war on political, economic and ideological fronts. Next one is Marshall Plan. The US conceived the Marshall Plan to bring the countries in the Western Europe under its influence. The plan sought to help the countries of Europe with American dollars to facilitate their early recovery from their destruction caused by the Second World War. The United States was much concerned that poverty, unemployment, and dislocation caused by the post-World War II period were increasing the appeal of Communist Party in Western Europe. The Secretary of State George C. Marshall advanced the idea of European self-help program to be financed by the United States. 16 nations became the part of the program. Administrative and technical assistance was offered through the Economic Cooperation Administration of United States. Marshall Plan funded ended in 1951. Thank you, students.